The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
And the serve just clears the top of that plate by the Bombers.
Media Group production.
To the lane and just gets the roll. Wow.
Local high school sports.
Oh, it's knocked out. Oh boy, 1-0.
Also available for free on the Nice 95.5 mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Jeff Shaver. Wagman's Ogilvie Raceway is open for the season. Ogilvie Raceway with racing action every weekend. The high-banked old dirt track and 8-acre complex includes concessions, bar and restaurant, hospitality kiosks, and VIP suites. Come for the trackside tailgate. Stay for the racing action. Schedules, tickets, and race day info available at ogilvieraceway.com. Wagman's Ogilvie Raceway. Don't let the action pass you by. Highway 23 Ogilvie.
Good evening, folks. I'm Jeff Schaefer, and with me again tonight is the 2011 Washington State Coach of the Year, first-team All-American running back for Bethel University in 1996, and Ogilvie alum and Ogilvie Hall of Famer, Jeremy Tweet.
Boy, I tell you, putting those dates on there, Jeff, I'm not quite sure I like that too much. But, hey, we're really excited to be back. Yeah, it's been a long time since I had the cleats on, but now we get to watch everybody else and cheer them on.
Yeah, I suppose every day that the sun goes down, we do get another day older, don't we?
Yeah, it kind of works that way, but that's all right.
Yeah, we have a beautiful night here at Ogilvie at Strateski Field, 72 degrees with a slight breeze. I think we're going to agree to disagree on this. I'm going to call it 12 miles an hour with gusts up to 20 or so.
Yeah, I was a little on the lower side, but I'll give it to you this time.
Tonight we have the Ogilvie Lions versus the Carlton-Wrenshall Raptors in the District 9 North South matchup. Yes, I had talked with the AD here, Benji Besser, about what is our district here, and he made sure to tell me that it's 100% the district. It is not the conference. We are not in the Great River Conference. We are in the actual District 9 North South District. So a little bit of a confusing name on that one, but that's what it is. Ogilvie is in the black tonight, and the Raptors are representing the white jerseys. Both teams are in orange pants, and we do have a very special interview from the Ogilvie Lions head coach, Mr. Dave Halverson.
Brody Hood with Kevin Hood, Alicia Reamer, and Nicole Greenlees.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza Fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Yes, and thank you for joining us here on KBEK, WCMP, Q Media as a whole. We have Ogilvie head coach Dave Halverson from the Lions football squad. Week 3 already, Coach. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. And can you believe that it's already week 3?
Yeah, it's gone really fast, and coming up Wednesday already for the game Friday, so won't be long before we have another one.
I know. So, starting off with a win against Silver Bay at home, 50-14. What did you take away from that game? We'll start with the negative and go positive on this one. So, what did you see from that game that you really wanted to improve on?
I think we gave them one long run, kind of on a broken play of theirs, and other than that, pretty good. We got everybody in the game. Was one good thing about it. All the kids have been working hard for 2 weeks. Everybody got to play in the game at some time. That was a real good part of it.
Yeah, no, that's great. Getting all those kids in there for some reps. You can't beat game experience.
That's right. And they like to get in there too after working hard.
Well, I mean, and their parents love to see them, and the fans love to see them. So I'm sure it's great. So anything other than getting everybody in there, what did you see going well, especially with it being your first game?
I think we held pretty good, and after they had a couple plays, and when our younger kids got in there, I think they scored on us. Offensively, the first three times I guess we had the ball, we scored on first down.
Oh wow!
So it went real good there, at the beginning.
Yeah, some chunk plays.
Kids made some good cuts to get, they were through the line, and then they made some good cuts to get for a touchdown.
Gotcha. And then moving on towards the next week, week 2, a battle between two of the top teams in Class 9-man. You guys traveled to Bertha Hewitt. You fell 26-14. How did you think about that game as a whole?
Well, we didn't play very well, and we're trying to improve on that. And we had a couple touchdowns called back, a block in the back, and another one for holding. And defensively, we had a guy tackled pretty much and let him run another 50 yards for a touchdown. So they were a lot more physical team than we thought we would see.
Gotcha. So basically,
very physical.
Yeah, physicality, and then just cleaning up the undisciplined plays is what you're getting out of it.
Yep, got to make better tackles and wrap them up good.
Yeah, and I feel like with playing against a really good team, that's even more important.
Yeah, and offensively, we had some guys pretty much open and missed them passing, and can't have that happen against a good team. I think 3 times we had somebody pretty well open, and not for a tremendously long pass, but something that would have got us a first down anyway.
Yeah, and then moving on, as we were talking about how it's week 3 coming up. You're at home against Carlton-Wrenshall. What have you seen with them coming up on Friday in game film?
Well, they were limited numbers. We had them in our scrimmage, but now they have more kids. Maybe when school started, I see they had 9 subs on the sideline, and at the scrimmage they only had 11 kids total. So they either had some kids missing or some kids joined after school started. They played last week. We watched them on film. They played okay at times, but they made a lot of mistakes.
So kind of a team trying to find their own.
Yeah, yep, and had trouble handling kickoffs and some of that stuff, and fumbled a little.
And then as you get ready for that game, what do you really want to work on as your own squad?
Well, more disciplined blocking up front for us on offense, where we stay with our blocks and get downfield to block the linebackers and things like that. That's what we didn't do a very good job of last week.
Gotcha.
And some of the linebackers ran to the ball pretty well, and we weren't after them.
Yeah, and that's really important, and especially even this game, but also as the season progresses too.
Yep, we're practicing, trying to improve on that, already, and we hope the kids can take 2 of the things we do with them and for them to make them better. How
are they absorbing your practice regimen as a team? How are they absorbing the critiques?
I think okay. We had quite a few critiques, to say the least, on Monday when we watched video, and they were real quiet. Sometimes they aren't so quiet. They were real quiet on Monday, and hopefully they were taking it in and watching themselves. I even had some cards for some kids to look at some of the mistakes they made, to try to watch what they were doing, where the mistakes were made, so they could improve.
Gotcha. All right, and then before we let you go, maybe give the listeners some information about the game coming up.
Well, it's parents' night, so it'll be a little earlier than usual for the kids to get out there and warm up. And I think we'll have a good game. I think we'll improve on a lot of things we didn't do well last week. We hope we do anyway. And, it'll get tougher, I know that. And we look forward to playing Carlton. They're trying their best to get a team together and, do the best they can. Somebody said they had 4 sacks last week, so they must have been doing something okay.
Yeah, doing something well defensively. And I imagine as a coach, that's kind of how you want it, a season that gets tougher as you move forward, just to challenge your players.
Yep, because playoffs, you might get one easy one at the beginning if you got a good seed, but then as the playoffs go, it gets tougher.
All right. Well, head coach Dave Halverson, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for being on.
Thank you.
All right, and we're back. So the Ogilvie Lions last year, Jeremy 5-4 overall. This year so far, starting 1-1, home opener with a win and a loss last week to Bertha Hewitt. The Lions are going to try to balance a little both offense and defense, I could imagine again. Key players for the Lions, once again, returning starters, quarterback Xander Kimball and running back Caden Feldy, along with Brody Smith and Brody Magard, both of them. And a key injury is Carter Magard, who got hurt last week and is hoping to get back into the game in a couple of weeks here.
Yeah, Carter was just a beast that opening week, and just having him out is tough. That they're kind of one of their leaders in terms of just bringing the energy. Like I said last week, he's quiet in the classroom. He's quiet off the field. You get him on the field, and he just turns a switch on. And so that'll be a big loss tonight, and hopefully he's back the next week. And then the other guys that have been leading in the past just need to keep leading and bring those young guys along with them throughout the game.
And it's always that next man up kind of mentality when it comes to football. So Carter meaning so much to this team. I know he'll be forgotten, or he'll be missed a little bit, not forgotten, of course. But the next person up is going to go over and take care of what needs to be done, I'm sure.
Yeah, that'll be kind of fun to watch, just to see how whoever steps up for him today. I'm not sure who it is. We'll find out when we get on the defensive side of the ball, and because I understand that Ogilvie won the toss and is deferring to the second half, so they'll be kicking to start the game. So we'll find out right away who the replacement is.
We're going to have a freshman kicker right away. So Max Hines talking today, saying how he's gonna take over the kicking responsibilities right away. So he was super excited for that, and I said, well, hey, you might have the first touch on the ball, and so the freshman going to be taking over the kicking responsibilities. When it comes to offense and defense, we'll see who takes over that.
Well, that's exciting for Max. That's good to hear, and he's a great athlete, and I'm sure he'll do great.
For sure. On the other side of the ball, we got the Raptors with Carlton-Wrenshall. 0-2 this year, giving up 117 points and only scoring 6 this year. Last year they were 0-9, giving up 503 points and scoring 8 on the year. This is their second year back as a varsity sport after not participating at a varsity level for a handful of years. As I look out on the field there, I see 15 players for the Raptors.
Yeah, I do expect improvement from last year. As a former coach, I watch really close and listen when coaches are talking to their players, and actually refereed a JV game when they came down here with mostly their varsity team and played JV just because they didn't have enough players. And I was just super impressed, Jeff, with their coaches, how positive they were, and they would not let those kids quit. They made them keep battling, and that's tough to do. That is really tough to do. It says a lot about their program, and that I expect them to be able to build and be able to improve a lot just based on having that base and that positive situation.
And I'm sure the Lions hope for them to improve as well, because we don't want to be having these big blowout games and stuff, and we want to have this district be one of the better districts in the nine-man conference.
Yeah, playing Bertha Hewitt last week was a really good test, and I watched Bertha Hewitt last year, and they were really physical when they came down here and played. We beat them twice, but neither game was easy, and they had quite a few guys coming back. So I was not surprised at all to hear head coach Dave Halverson talking about how physical they were last weekend.
Yeah, for sure. And, a little bit of a demoralizing loss last week. Listening to Halverson talking with some of the players throughout the halls, they said, we know what we got this week, but we need to come with some energy, and we really got to show our coaches. We got 2 road games coming up the next 2 weeks, and then finally coming back at home, and so no easy match in the next 3. Besides tonight, I mean, hopefully we get a little bit more of a game today, but the 2 weeks after this, we have a couple hard road games.
Yeah, and the big part of that is when you are a small school and, when somebody gets hurt, like today we talked about Magar getting hurt and not playing today. And, the key is staying healthy. If you can stay healthy, you've got a chance in every game. But if you start losing some of your more experienced guys to injuries, it becomes quite a tough season when you're such a small school.
For sure. You definitely have to have that attrition. Jeremy, we got time right before kickoff here to get a few more of our sponsors in, so we're going to do that. We're going to show it on the camera, and we're also going to take a listen in on that.
Sounds great, Jeff. Thank you.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 10. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Here's the pitch pregame. Here's the pitch in North Branch is a proud sponsor of the premier indoor training facility. Fast pitch, slow pitch, or baseball and batting cages. Tune up your swing at Here's the Pitch. Thank you. Here's the pitch for the pregame.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air-conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents to keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Wagman's Ogilvie Raceway is open for the season. Ogilvie Raceway with racing action every weekend. The high-banked oval dirt track and 8-acre complex includes concessions, bar and restaurant, hospitality kiosks, and VIP suites. Come for the trackside tailgate. Stay for the racing action. Schedules, tickets, and race day info available at ogilvieraceway.com. Wagman's Ogilvie Raceway. Don't let the action pass you by. Highway 23 Ogilvie.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
All right, folks, and we're back here for Parents' Day here at the Ogilvie Field here, the Strateski Field. All the players have been introduced. We've seen parents on the field, and we are ready for our national anthem. We are going to pause briefly for the national anthem played by the Ogilvie High School Band. All right. Thank you, Mr. Manning and the Ogilvie Lions Band for that rendition of the national anthem. Need to raise your team? Kettle River Pizza in Ascov has a practical and user-friendly fundraising program. Visit kettleriverpizza.com/fundraising to learn more, because we here at Ogilvie, we have the Kettle River Pizza Kickoff. So like we said there, Jeremy, we are going to have Mr. Max Hines, I believe, number 0, kicking off for the Lions. His first varsity kickoff ever. The young man was super excited. Good athlete, ready to go with it. And so it looks like Raptors are going to receive. They're going to receive with their eyes facing away from the sun. So the Lions are going to be looking into the sun on defense for these first couple of series here. Jeremy, does that affect you at all, looking straight west on defense?
It's much better to be on defense when you're looking straight into the sun, especially if you're a passing team. So this will be in Ogilvie's benefit, but I expect both teams to run the ball hard here to start the game. It's really tough to see the rosters for the Raptors, but back deep is number 10, looks like Caden Manning, and number 23, Hurley Pearson.
And there's Max Hines. Boom. Oh, a short 10-yard kick to number 98, and quickly tackled. -1 on the return there, but a very, very short kick for the freshman Hines.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to get out there, and everybody's watching you, and the pep band just got done, but he walked over there, and Coach patted him right on the helmet. He's like, "You're fine. You're going to be just great." So.
Well, and for those that are at home today or even out of town, it rained here for the past 2 hours, so the field conditions are actually quite slippery right now, even though we do have plenty of sunshine.
Yeah, boy, it sure rained hard there for a while, so good to see the sun out.
All right, looks like we got number 24, and he's mishandled it twice. And, Jeremy, that has got to be a wet ball at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. Even in warm-ups, it's hard to keep a ball dry. You never have enough towels. So he slipped out of his hands twice, and that's a big, big loss. We're looking at second and about 15.
Yeah, that's Miles Pearson with the hands twice on that one.
Sorry, second and 23.
Second and 23. Okay. Yeah, he double clutched twice on that. Looks like we have Miles Pearson in a shotgun formation again here. Takes it, looks to his right. And number 26 gets in there.
That's Hoffman. That's Johnny Hoffman. And I tell you what, we were just talking about who's going to replace Carter Maillard. And it's Johnny Hoffman. They put him on the outside, and he came around that edge and put a big lick on the quarterback.
You darn right. And Johnny Hoffman, what he lacks in Carter's stout size, he makes up for with that speed.
Yeah, he is just a pure athlete. He's one of those kids that can do a lot of things, and he's a fantastic basketball player too. So that was fun to see.
Raptors coming back up here. Once again from the shotgun, looking off to his right and out of reach for number 4 there for Bryce Bartzak, a senior this year for the Raptors. Just out of his reach. Not really the receiver's fault on that one.
So it looks like the roster is incorrect.
Okay.
So number 24 is actually Johnson, it looks like. Kalen Johnson. It's really hard to read the lettering, so we're doing the best we can here.
All right. Thank you for that update. And that's 24, Kalen Johnson. Excellent. And Raptors elect to punt, and a short punt it is, going out of bounds at about the 36-yard line of their own. So the Lions are going to take over with amazing field position. 36 yards to go. We have 10:37, just a couple minutes ticked off the clock. Jeremy, first one here, and should be Xander Kimball under center again.
Well, I tell you what great field position there. They had pushed Carlton way back and then did not have a good punt, so they're starting in a great spot here.
Kimball under center with the split backs. Hands off to Feldy. Feldy off to his left, then straight up the middle, pushing, driving, and finally brought down after about a 6-yard gain there.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you just love to see the running back's feet just keep moving and keep driving, and he's got some bright orange shoes, so we should be able to find him tonight.
I was just going to comment that, boy, those shoes sure make our job up here from this far away a lot easier to see.
Yep, and we had a good surge on that, but Carlton's got some big boys up front. I tell you, their front three are pretty solid. They're running a 3-3-3 look here, and they'll bring that.
Xander after center, a split back here. Looking, he finds Johnny Hoffman, number 26, off to the right side. He's got going down for the races all the way down. 10, 5, touchdown, Johnny Hoffman.
Yeah, that was a really nice developed play. Johnny was on the wing on the left side of the line, and all of the movement from Ogilvie's offense went to the left, and Hoffman came back to the right on a little reverse, and we had one guy to beat. We put a block on him, and Johnny Speed got him down the sidelines for a touchdown.
Yeah, and just a nice play formation. You mentioned that we had the fake. I mean, everybody's expecting kind of Feldy to get that ball there, and Xander made a nice fake on it. Nice little handoff to Johnny, and Johnny just running real quick right around the ends there. So looking like we're going from the shotgun formation here is Xander kind of getting the play messed up a little bit. We got Brody Smith moving around a little bit, going from the left side to the right side. Pitch back to Feldy. Feldy breaks one tackle, and the 2-point conversion is good.
Yeah, on that 2-point conversion, they just ran a straight option to the right. It looked like both quarterback, Xander, he could have cut it up himself, but he wanted to give it to his running back, and he just needed to break one arm tackle, and he did that. So we got an 8-0 lead here for the Lions.
That's right, and with that 8-0 lead, we are going to just briefly hear from one of our sponsors.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza Fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
All right, once again, we got Max Hines on the kick. Looks like we're all set here at Strateski Field. And the kick, much better on this one, about a 25-yard kick. And the returner, number 4, that looks like that is Bryce Barczyk, was on his knees already, so down without any kind of contact there.
Yep. So that works out pretty well. Nobody has to get a tackle on that, and we're starting defense. Pretty good spot. That's going to be at the Raptors' 37-yard line.
Yep, 37-yard line. We got Johnson once again. Looking like they're kind of a split back there, Jeremy, a little bit. Johnson with a high snap. Hands off to number 10. That's a fumble. That's on the ground, and that is all Lions picking that ball up.
Yeah, it's Johnny Hoffman in the right spot again. He made another good athletic reaction and jumped on the ball when he saw it on the ground, but you know the ball never got to the running back cleanly, and so it was one of those poor exchanges between the quarterback and the running back. And Ogilvie's got great field position again here at the Raptors' 37-yard line.
Yeah, so we're going to see a little bit of Feldy here, I would guess, but maybe Coach Halverson wants to see what we can do through the air. From the shotgun, we got Xander Kimball. Xander Kimball with the back to pass. Over to 9, that's Brody Magard, just a little deep at the 3-yard line there for Magard. Just a little bit, just overthrew his man.
Yeah, you know, Coach Halverson was talking about that a little bit, about how quarterback Kimball needs to be able to hit those receivers when they're open downfield, and Brody Magard had his man beat, and maybe Kimball gets a little more air on that. I think it would have been 6 points for the Lions.
Yeah, you always hear the kids talking about throwing dimes and making sure that they throw it hard, but sometimes you want to put a little loft underneath that just to give your receivers a chance. Kimball under center, hands off to Feldy on the right side, moving up the field to the 20, to the 15, maybe down to the 13-yard line. That's going to be a Ogilvie Lions first down.
Yeah, that was number 11, Brody Smith, and Feldy made a good lead block there, and he followed him through there, and the offensive line sealed it inside. Another big run for the Lions.
Good call. Thank you for the correction there, Jeremy.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
You got my back over there. I love that. Oh, man. So we have a little, if we got the flag in the background there, we have a half mast. We got 9:27 left here. We got Xander Kimball in the shotgun formation. Feldy behind him, and Brody Smith to the left. Fake to Smith, and hand off to Feldy. Feldy up to the right to the 10. Cuts it all the way back to the left side of the field and straight to the middle, right in between the field goal post for the Ogilvie Lions. Touchdown.
Yeah, it is sure fun to watch somebody who's got so much vision for the field. He headed to the right side, and everybody from Carlton pursued that way, and he made one hard cut back to the left, and I don't think he was even touched after the cut. That was just a very instinctual play for the touchdown for Feldy.
For sure. When he made that cut, there was nobody blocking up there. It was just all him, just seeing that vision and really just shooting that gap as hard as he could. We got Kimbo back in the shotgun again. Ooh, a little high snap. Kimbo off to his right. Finds an open Brody Maygard, number 9 Brody Maygard, for the conversion.
Yeah, that was a tough snap to handle. It wasn't necessarily a terrible snap, but again, with a wet football and a little bit high, bounced up in the air, he was able to secure it. Feldy made a really good block on the right side to give him a little bit of extra time after that mishandle of the snap, and Brody Maygard was wide open in the corner. Great throw by Kimball on that one.
Yeah, Jeremy. So we've seen some running plays. We've seen some passing plays, and so Coach Halverson wanting to spread it around a little bit and kind of get things working both through the air and on the ground. And so Ogilvie really doing that at will right now.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for an opponent who has scored so few points in 2 years, and really has been pretty much manhandled by Ogilvie over the last couple years, to be in a mental frame to just keep fighting and be ready to go. It will be interesting to see if they're able to do that here.
Right now we got the Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Not only Kettle River Pizza delicious, made locally in Ascot, it's proven to be an excellent source of income for charitable groups, nonprofits, and sports clubs. Let Kettle River help your group succeed in your next fundraiser. There we got Max Hines on the kickoff right away, and best kick so far today. Looks like it's all the way down to the 32-yard line of the Ogilvie of the Raptors, excuse me, and tackled quickly on that one.
Yeah, that was an interesting play. It was kicked to one of the up blocking backs who had a lineman number on, and he's like, no, I don't want the football, and he pitched it back to one of his deep guys, but they didn't get any more yards on that.
Hot potato. We got 23 on the ball carry for the Raptors.
That's Pearson.
Hartley Pearson.
Yeah, that was their best play so far. That's a 7-yard gain, and their right side did a nice job of down blocking on the inside and kicking out on the outside, and running back broke one tackle to get 7 yards.
Looks like we got a lot of shotgun going on here from the Raptors. We got Johnson from shotgun, high snap to number 10 once again, and met right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard behind Johnny Hoffman in on that tackle again.
Yeah, that time Ogilvie went with a 4-man front. They had been in a 3-man front to start the first couple series. They went in a 4-man front that time, and I don't think they liked giving up 7 yards, so they decided to put another lineman in there. They brought in Tony Bitts, and they filled that gap for the defensive end, Hoffman.
Johnson from the back. It looked like Feldy coming with a blitz, and a fumble went on the ground. We have Ogilvie Lions on offense now. That was a fumble recovery by Talon McElroy.
Yeah, again, it's not like Ogilvie's making a play to get the fumble recoveries necessarily. It's just mishaps on the Raptors' part, and so they had 2 nice plays in a row and then came back with a fumble, so very disheartening for the Raptors.
Yeah, I'm sure. We're going to once again see Kimball. Kimball's going to go under center. He's got split backs with the wing back. Chooses to pitch over to Brody Smith. Brody Smith off to the left side at the 5 or at the 10-yard line, just gets wrestled out of bounds by number 4 and by number 44 of the Raptors.
Yeah, that again, really good blocking on the left side of the Lions on that time, and having Feldy in front just kick one more defensive back out of the way for Brody Smith. He was able to get all the way down there and even drag a defender a couple more yards for about a 22-yard pickup.
Yeah, we got first down and 9 right now at the 9-yard line, so first down and goal in the first quarter, 8:02 left. Kimbo from the shotgun rolling off to his right, looking downfield, pans, finds number 95, I believe that's Talon McElroy.
Yes, it is. And I tell you, he was open all the way across the field from the left, moving across the right in the backside of the end zone. They had Johnny Hoffman from the wingback going to the front side of the end zone, so he had two choices. But after the way Johnny Hoffman's been playing, they came up hard on him, and then Talon McElroy was wide open in the corner of the end zone. Thankfully, Kimball saw him in time because took a little bit too long to get the ball off, but it worked out okay for the 6 points.
Yeah, so McElroy with the bookends on that one. He got the fumble recover and also the touchdown on that.
Boy, I'm really proud of you, health teacher, PE
bookends.
Teacher, for coming up with the bookends.
Yeah, well, every once in a while, blind squirrel finds a nut. We got Kimball off to
Brody
Smith.
Smith.
Off to the left side, and once again, converting.
Yeah, again, it's just too much strength up front. It wasn't like there was a huge hole. They just pushed him back, and Brody was able to kind of walk in behind his offensive lineman.
And with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break to hear from Soderstrom Septic. Holy cow, words are hard.
Soderstrom Septic in Mora is here for any of your septic issues. Don't let a clogged septic system ruin your day. Soderstrom Septic can save the day, whether it's a simple septic pump, line clearing, septic design to septic inspection, and septic repair. Let the septic experts help you today. Call Soderstrom Septic for fast, reliable, and affordable prices. Call 320-515-1081. That's 320-515-1081. Soderstrom Septic, Mora.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
All right, we had Max
Hi, Rob.
on the kickoff.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately? It's because I know.
Kind of a little bit of a squib kick there, all the way down to the 29-yard line of the Raptors.
Yeah, that squib kick was nice and hard, and so it actually went quite a ways and turned out to be real good for the Lions.
Yeah, Raptors couldn't do much with it. Man was on the ground already, and so once again, no return on that. Those seem to be working quite well for the Lions.
Well, I was going to say the Ogilvie Lions were going back to a 3-man front, but they're missing a guy right now on defense, so they were only a 2-man front, and the Raptors ended up calling a timeout, so Ogilvie was bailed out on that one.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught that. I was wondering what was going on the Raptors side, and you were looking on the Ogilvie side.
I was just about to say, wow, they're in a 3-man front again, and nope, never mind, 2-man.
Man.
So, yeah, it's really a beautiful night out here, and it's fun to see the fans on both sides. The new scoreboard is just outstanding. Seeing all the local sponsors who help make it happen, and our listeners are hearing it on the radio here as well. But boy, it's sure fun to see all of the support, all of the years of tradition that have gone on here. In fact, all 3 Ogilvie coaches on that sidelines are Ogilvie graduates, and all 3 of them actually played college football as well, and so it's kind of fun to see all of the Lion pride coming right back here and continue to serve our kids here in Ogilvie.
Well, that's for sure, and I'm kind of new to the community, but boy, what a community it is here. So we're looking here. We got 24 Johnson hands it off to the left back. That was number 23. That looks like Hartley Pearson. Once again, looks like a negative gain on that. So loss of 1 or 2.
Yeah, it was a loss of about 4. 31, Ryan Milslagle made a big, hard cut through the offensive line and got the running back right as he was getting the ball.
Johnson setting up with two backs to the left. Moves to the left. That's a QB keeper. Met by number 23 right away. And then Johnny Hoffman, 26, pushing him backward at that. That was Brody Hood right away.
Brody Hood just back off of a shoulder injury. Really good to see him back out there. I had him in class earlier today, and he was just chomping at the bit. He's like, I've been waiting for this a long time. Didn't get to play any ball last year because of an injury. So this is his first action of the season. Fun to see him come up and make a big hit there.
For sure, for sure. I'm sure he's loving getting his name called there, and especially getting the call up to come and play some varsity ball. 24 looks like Johnson's going to be with a back to his left and a back to his right. Takes the shotgun snap off to his right side, hits number 4 with the reception on the sideline. Referees do call that one in. That looked like a really nice catch. That was kind of a high ball. About a 5 or 6 yard gain on that. Not too shabby for the Raptors, but definitely not enough to move the chains at all. So it looks like we're going to have a 4th and 10 coming up here.
Yeah, that was one of those passes that was high, and he went up and kind of tipped it to himself and made the catch on the sidelines. And normally as a coach, you're like, hey, buddy, you only get credit for one catch. You might as well catch it the first time. But that was a situation that was a little different. He made a great play on it.
Looks like we got Ashton Sheeta with the punt there. Goes out of bounds right in front of us here at the 45-yard line or so.
Yeah, about a 15-yard punt there. Again, we talked about this 2 weeks ago when we were on the air, Jeff, and when a punter can only be back about 9 or 10 yards from the center, he's getting a ton of pressure from Ogilvie coming through there, and he does not have much time to get that ball off, and he's just struggling a little bit right now and shanked this one, and Ogilvie's got great field position once again on the Raptors' 45-yard line.
Yeah, playing on the short side of the field. Looks like we have all of our normal characters in here for the Lions. Adam Shodin looks like he checked in over here on the camera side. Kimball off to his right with Feldy met in the backfield, spinning, pushing, pulling, and that's going to be a 4-yard loss for Caden Feldy. Nice gang tackling there by the Raptors.
Yeah, the Ogilvie was in a shotgun power right look, and they wanted to get Feldy the ball to the outside, but the Raptors read that really well. They had 2 guys in there immediately and 3 more guys. Feldy did his best just to get back up to a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, I think if he thank God he went down. I mean, you can see those all of a sudden they turn into a 15-yard loss because you just keep going backwards and you just got to stop digging that hole. Kimball from the shotgun moving left, and once again 44, number 50, and 71. You got 4 guys in there for the Raptors, and all of our blocking seemed to have broken down there.
Yeah, that looked like it was actually a broken assignment because when one guy comes untouched, you're like, oh, maybe they just had 1 extra guy. When 2 guys come untouched, there was obviously a broken play there with somebody doing something wrong, and another big loss for the Lions. It's going to be 3rd and 21 for the Lions.
Best defensive play by far for the Raptors, and Halverson talking in that pregame stating that the defense for the Raptors kind of stepping it up last week, and we're seeing a little bit better defense here today as well. Kimball from the shotgun moving left. 3 guys coming in his face. Dishes it off to Smith. Brody Smith moving up the right side to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Nobody's going to catch him. Brody Smith, touchdown.
Wow, what a play. Coach Adam Halverson, he had 3rd and long. As a defensive coach, you're like, they're probably going to throw deep. They're probably going to run like a flare pass or a screen pass. And sure enough, Halverson called a screen pass up the middle, sent his receivers deep, and there was nobody around Brody Smith when he got that ball, and then a couple good blocks. And all of a sudden, he's got a long 60-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah. Is that our longest play of the season that we've seen for sure? We can say at home. How about that?
Yeah, we were not up there at Bertha Hewitt last week, but from my understanding, that the 2 longest plays they had at Bertha Hewitt were both called back by penalties.
Okay, all right. So we have another try here. We have Kimball from the shotgun again, 2-back set. Hand off goes to 23. That's Brody Hood. Brody Hood actually stopped right before the line of scrimmage, it looked like. Once again, great penetration by that Raptor front 4.
Yeah, we got 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Lions lead 30-0. I'm seeing a lot of blue helmets kind of hanging down right now. It'll be a challenge for the coaches to try to keep them up to speed here and make sure they're dialed in, because it's tough when you're down, and it's really tough when you're down big early.
Yeah, just kind of talking about that demoralizing feeling, and these kids, once again, they are kids out here,
Yeah.
And so we're going through puberty, we're going through all these changes of emotions and stuff, and then you got to go out here and you're getting beat up, and yeah, it can't feel good for some of these kids, but but there's always somebody there, and their coach seems to be right there with them, saying, "Hey, don't worry about it." So we have another Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Not only is Kettle River Pizza delicious and made locally in Askov, it's proven to be an excellent source of income for charitable groups, nonprofit groups, and sports clubs. Let Kettle River Pizza help your group succeed in your next pizza fundraiser. Looks like we got number 0 again, Max Hines, and with a kick to an up man, number 21. Jeremy, you got 21 over there? I'm looking here quick.
That is Townsend.
Henry Townsend,
the
junior.
So, yep, lanky, tall kid, made a nice catch, came up and met a couple Lions there, made it to the 40-yard line. And, Jeff, one of the things that I've been seeing so far is the Raptors have some plays where they show some really promising signs. And I think right now it's consistency and execution. They get a little bit better with that. They've got some guys that can really hit.
Yeah, and Jeremy, I talked about at the pregame how we counted out here 15 student athletes, right, for the Raptors. Well, it's hard to run a full scrimmage practice if you can't even provide a full defense for the offense and vice versa.
Absolutely. And they're in the shotgun again there, and that time in the backfield, number 20, that's Cook for Ogilvie. Sophomore Luke Cook makes a tackle in the backfield for a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, it looks like Ogilvie kind of split, getting a couple newer names, newer faces in there at defense. Still the majority of their starters, but giving some of the other guys another chance on a couple downs here.
Yeah, Ogilvie's in a 4-man front right now. We got, I'm trying to figure out who's the defensive end on the other side who's replaced Hoffman.
I thought that was Adam Shodin, but maybe not. But they fall, balls on the ground, picked up by number 84 that's Talon Anderson. Mr. Anderson with the pickup for the fumble. T.A. as he's known by all of his classmates.
Yeah, again, a fun experience for Talon to be able to get that right there, and probably hasn't gotten a ton of varsity experience so far this year, but he was in the right spot for the right opportunity there to jump on that football. And again, execution on the Raptors is why the ball's on the ground. There's just not a good handoff and exchange with the running back.
Ogilvie is going to start with a short field here. A ball's on the 33-yard line. Actually, looks like it's on the 37-yard line. Handoff to Smith. Smith down to the 28-yard line. Real close to the first down marker there.
Yeah, once again, they ran that the split backs and handed the ball off to Smith going to the right with Feldy lead blocking. Feldy kicked out the outside player there. Smith cut it up just short of a first down there.
Ogilvie coming out of the huddle there. You think we're going to see a little bit of razzle dazzle here from Coach Halverson as Kimball's in the shotgun formation with a single back? Nope, we're not going to see that. We get a Feldy handoff. Feldy off to the right side, cuts back a little bit to the left, trying to shake off that last defender, but getting all the way down to, it looks to be the 5-yard line.
Yeah, they went to that power pistol look again with Kimball in the shotgun and just handed the ball straight off to Feldy this time, right off tackle instead of trying to get to the outside. And there was a real big hole there.
And Feldy, of course, going to hit that hole fast and hard. The agility on that young man is very good, very hard to bring down as he displayed at the end there.
Yeah, I was talking to Caden in class the other day, and we were just going through and I'm asking him some questions about the Bertha Hewitt game, and he said, they were just more physical than us, and we can't let that happen. And, we have a bunch of wrestlers that also play football here at Ogilvie, and they take a lot of pride in not being outmatched on a physical level. And so as Coach Halverson said in the pregame show, he thought there might have been a little bit of a sense of urgency on the physical side, and we're watching even our running backs are running with a sense of urgency to be physical.
For sure. And with that Feldy run, that puts us in the Rush City Auto Zone, Auto Red Zone. Rush City Auto now has a location in North Branch called Standard Auto and Classics. 2 locations mean 2 lots of quality used vehicles. Visit rushcityauto.com to see all the inventory. We also have our Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. We have 30-0, Jeremy, after the first quarter. Embrace Orthodontics custom light force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with 3 locations: Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. EmbraceMN.com.
Yep, and then right at the end of what you were saying there, Jeff, Kimball tosses the ball to Caden Feldy, and he was heading to the left side, and it was a big over pursuit once again, and Feldy sees the field so well, cuts the ball back to the right, and just walks into the end zone for a pretty easy touchdown there.
Yeah, that was a good play. I mean, we're gonna go here again, once again for the 2-point conversion. We're going to be saying Feldy's name quite a bit. That looks like a new player. Who do you got 31 down there, Jeremy?
31 is Ryan Milsagle.
Okay.
Yep.
Lining up as in the backfield on the left side. Milsagle with it. Milsagle running hard and thrashing all the way down to the touchdown.
Well, I tell you what, that was kind of fun to watch because, Ryan missed all of last season, all but the first game. He had knee surgery and spent a whole year recuperating. And it's good to see him back out on the field making some plays.
That's right. And with that 2-point conversion, we do have the Ogilvie Lions up 38-0 in our first quarter. 2:18 left. Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. That brings their board-certified orthodontics are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at EmbraceMN.com.
In other 9-man scores, Stephen Argyle beat Goodrich, Gurgla Gotsky. That's a hard one to say. And Cedar Mountain is ahead of New Ulm Cathedral, 8-0. Hills Beaver Creek, 23-0 over Heron Lake. And 21-8, Kitsap County Central over Badger Green Bush Middle River. Northern Frazee, 14-0 over NCE. Border West over Clearbrook Gonvick, 20-8. And so lots of 9-man action going on.
Max Hines with his best kick all the way down to the 35. Number 1 taking it off to the left with about a 7-yard gain there for the Raptors. So our best kickoff, maybe their best return on their kickoff.
Yeah, I'd say that was a good return too. That's number 1, Sheeta. And he broke a tackle or two and got a nice gain to get back to the 33-yard line for the Raptors. And I know it's not their best field position, but I would say that's their best return so far.
Yeah, and only 7 yards, but you know what? It's better than nothing. And Max, I think, starting to get his footing over there and really starting to figure out where he needs to get that kick to kind of go.
He's getting a little more confident. And the Lions are in a 3-man front again to start this series.
Johnson looking off to his right to number 4. That's been his main target all night, and that's Bryce Barczyk. And Barczyk just a little too hot on the hand to hang on to there.
Yeah, and even if he would have had a good throw, it would have been a very short gain because Feldy, number 38, was right there in great position, and any underthrown ball would have been a pick six the other way.
Yeah, we've seen that. It's kind of like an out pattern there, Jeremy, huh?
Yeah, and they've ran that 3 times now, so that's obviously the play they're the most comfortable with when they throw the ball, especially when it's a wet football.
Yeah. Looks like Ogilvie's in a 3-man front on defense here. You got Johnson with a high snap again, looking off to his left. Now seeing a seam open in the middle, and that gets closed immediately by Brody Smith. Looks like no gain on the play.
Yeah, Brody did a nice job of following the football there. He was blitzing from the outside, and they had a running play up the middle, and he just slipped right back in the middle and made a tackle. That was a really nice play by number 11, Smith. He's having a great game so far.
Yeah, for sure. Over there on the sticks, looks like we got 3rd down. That looks like a loss of 1. You got Gene Strateski on the stick over there, Jeremy. Did you see that?
Yep, Coach Strateski. You know, he's here every home game on the sticks. He likes to do the down marker, and I'm sure it's kind of fun for him to look over at the scoreboard and see his name up there.
Johnson hands it off to the right, and 23 cuts it back. 23 that is Hartley Pearson with the Raptors' first down.
Yeah, he took a little bit of a page out of Caden Feldy's book there. He was going to the right, saw the over pursuit of the Lion defense and cut it back. So really good vision there. You got to give him credit. And then he broke a tackle and got the first down.
Yeah, and Jeremy, speaking of Strateski over there, next time we do a broadcast, Gene's going to join us up here for our pregame.
That'll be great. Boy, I tell you what, he's sure done a lot for this program, obviously, and it'll be exciting to have him.
Johnson with the keeper, met pretty immediately by number 95, Talon McElroy.
Yeah, McElroy on the outside there made a really good read, and I believe he did not have outside contain on that. I don't think that was his job based off of the way the Lions moved, and he stepped right in there, and that's a hard block to make when you're expecting a defensive end to have outside contain.
Yeah, loss of 2 for the Raptors. Looks like we're taking the rest of the quarter off. And so, Jeremy, we're gonna play a couple ads here for those folks at home, and we want to thank all of our sponsors again for providing this broadcast and for providing all of the services that they give to the community here.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
And we're back. We switched the field here, so now we have the Raptors going to the west. That's towards the scoreboard. Handed off to 23. 23, that's Pearson again. Once again, a little bit 2-yard gain on that off to his right.
Yeah, watching that play develop, I thought the Raptors did a really nice job. They did a little cross block, and the guy that made the down block, I couldn't tell which number it was, really did a good job, opened up that hole, but the Ogilvie linebackers got there in a hurry.
That must have been a gain of 4 there. The vantage point is a little bit tough on this angle here, so they were 2 yards down, and now it looks like it's 3rd and 9 for the Raptors. 24 Johnson hands it off once again to 23 Pearson, and Pearson with another gain of about 3 yards there.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Pearson right now. He's running really hard. He is not a big kid at all, and just really impressed with how hard he's running. One of the things, though, that you saw that ball kind of start to come out a little bit. We as coaches, you teach those running backs and receivers, keep that ball high and tight. 5 points of contact, and it came a little loose at the end, so he was lucky to hang on to that.
Yeah, and Pearson, you're saying a little undersized. He's a sophomore, listed at 5'6", 128 pounds, and I'm going to guess 128 pounds soaking wet there.
Yeah, but he sure runs hard.
Yes, he does, and he's got those quick feet like we see out of Caden Feldy over at the Lions. Number 1 kicking off, fielding the kick, and that's Brody Magard on the return, and off to his right side and kind of getting upended there on the tackle by their kicker was Anton Sheeta. So he kicked it and kind of the bookends once again.
Yeah.
So he kicked it and then he made the tackle on that about a 6-7 yard return back there.
Well, again, I looked a little closer at the punt this time, and he literally was only 7 yards behind the center. But Ogilvie did not get a good rush that time, and he actually had about a 35-yard punt. and Brody Magard had to go back and get it, and so probably about a 45-yard punt after the bounce, and then Magard returned it back 10 yards. So.
Yeah, for sure. Ogilvie is starting with their worst field position of the day, starting on their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, they're in that power I look again with Hoffman off on the wing back on the left side. Another screen pass to the left side. Feldy was wide
Feldy off
open.
the left, cuts back to the right. Caden Feldy down to the 50, to the 40. Caden Feldy, one man to beat, 30, 20, 10, 23. Pearson can't quite catch him at the end, and that is Caden Feldy with the 70-yard run. Holy, does that get exciting real quick.
Yeah, boy, another screen pass. Coach Adam Halverson called up, and Ogilvie executed it so well. And once Caden Feldy got the ball, he just had nothing but green grass in front of him. And that's saying a lot for how muddy it's starting to get in the middle of the field. So good job on that O-line, making some blocks downfield.
Yeah, Hartley Pearson kind of the last man to beat, and it was a foot race at the end, but the senior ended up upending the sophomore there and just racing him all the way to the goal line.
Yeah, 70-yard play there, and just pretty exciting watching that take place.
All right, looks like we got Kimball out of the shotgun again. Looking to his right, checking for his man. Missed Johnny Hoffman. Johnny kind of went up for it, but then he found Adam Shodine. Those two are best friends, Johnny Hoffman and Adam Shodine. So I'm sure Adam was calling for it. Leave that ball alone. It's my turn, Johnny.
Get out of my way.
Yeah, you bet.
But nice catch there, 2-point conversion. And Ogilvie's got a 46-0 lead with a little over 10 minutes left in the first half.
And with that, we're gonna let a few of our sponsors, wonderful sponsors, get some airtime here as well.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle and Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in
All right, folks, sorry about that. We just realized we were off air there. Thank you for those texts and those messages letting us know that we're off air. We got Xander Kimball off to the right and through the hands of Johnny Hoffman. Johnny a little perturbed at himself. I think that was a ball that he can catch on any day, but today was not the day on that, rolling off to his right. That's now like the third or fourth time that we've seen that kind of roll off to the right from Kimball for that conversion. Most of those conversions have been good. We've only handed off, I think, one time on the 2-point conversion. And so Coach Dave Halverson looking to go through the air on most of these 3 yards conversions, Jeremy.
Yeah, I think he's trying some different things. As you go throughout the season, you got to have a number of 2-point possibilities. You got ones that you want to be your go-tos, and then you want the ones that you pull out of your hat and say, this is what I need to surprise a team sometime down the road. So he's really been working on some stuff there. And, the folks that didn't hear what we were talking about earlier when Feldy had the long touchdown run, Jeff, you were saying Millsagel's going to have a big block here. I can just tell that Feldy's going to follow Millsagel because the way they had it set up. And sure enough, you were right. And it was fun to watch Feldy again with that big cutback all the way back to the left side. He really sees that field well.
Yeah, he does. And they got Millsagel listed at 6 foot, 250, but Millsagel runs pretty fleet of foot for that big of a back.
Well, he sure does, and it's good to see because, like I said, he came off that knee surgery from last year. So a few stats here in the run game. Brody Smith with about 110 yards rushing so far and a long 60-yard touchdown run. Caden Feldy with about 160 yards rushing so far with 4 touchdowns. One of them was receiving for sure, if not 2. So I shouldn't even say I'm wrong on the rushing yards because some of them are receiving as well. So total yards, 160 yards.
The Raptors try to go up the middle there. Met pretty much at the line of scrimmage. I didn't see the tackle. Was that 26, Johnny Hoffman? Of course.
So we got quite a few New Jersey numbers in there for the Lions right now. Quite a few substitutions, and so we'll try to name a few of those right now. We've got number 3 Shadeen in the game. We got number 14. That's Reed
Nyquist.
Reed Nyquist in the game, and number 71 is Dirk Stewart in at tackle. So
freshman Dirk Stewart. Trying deep, overthrows his man by about 7 yards there. Johnson, that's his longest throw, I think. Their longest try of the day, trying to open up the field a little bit.
Yeah, that's the first time they've actually thrown the ball vertically, and so that's good to see. They had some confidence. What I really like to see from the Lions on that was also Brody Magard at free safety. He was backpedaling and nobody was behind him. He would have been there to make a play, and so that was really good to see from the young Magard.
For sure. All right, we got Johnson once again for the Raptors in that shotgun set. Hands off right away to number 23, and that's Pearson, Hartley Pearson, moving his way off to the right side for a gain of 1 or 2.
Talon Anderson on the tackle there, along with a couple other Lions who came in a hurry and helped him out. It's really good to see the pursuit right now, especially from these younger guys. Another new number in there, outside linebacker, 23, Brody Hood. And I know some of these guys have played a little bit already, but I have a feeling there's going to get a lot more playing time here for the rest of the half.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Raptors are set to kick. Jeremy, a little deeper here on this one, about 9 yards back. Nice kick, a little bit of a line drive. It goes to number 9. That's Magard. Magard off to the left side. Big return for Brody Magard all the way up to the 45.
Yeah, that was a nice punt, but it didn't have much air time on it, so Magard was able to catch it cleanly, and he got 27 yards down the left sideline in front of the Ogilvie Lions bench. And again, Ogilvie's going to have great field position at the Raptors' 44-yard line.
Yeah, and if you're just joining in the broadcast, we have the Ogilvie Lions up 52-0 in the second quarter, 7:23 left. And that is brought to us by Embrace Orthodontics. Your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace Orthodontics wants to make sure your journey is as seamless and convenient as possible with custom LightForce braces or Invisalign clear aligners. Find out more at embracemn.com. Off to the right side, you got Brody Smith off to the and all the way down to about the 27-yard line, 28-yard line on the right side. That's going to move the chains.
Yeah, that was just a straight-off tackle play to the right side, and once he got through the first line, he cut it back out to the outside for a nice 14-yard gain. That was interesting on the Raptors there, Jeff. I don't know if you saw it, but they were one man short. They were missing a free safety, and a big lineman, number 58, came running out to play free safety on that play. And I see they did make the change and get a little bit smaller free safety back in the game for this play.
Yeah, and I'm sure with the Raptors, there's lots of moving parts over there, and to make sure you have the right stuff. We got Brody Hood on the carry right there. Puts his helmet down right to the Raptor, number 58. And looks like the Raptor helmet did come off there. Is that 58, 59? I think 58.
That's 58.
Okay.
And that is the gentleman who ran back to play free safety to bail out his team there.
Well, he was playing lineman on that one as Brody Hood kind of went up the middle on that 3-yard gain there for the Lions. So once again, we got a bunch of people listening. Jeremy, I don't know, Deanna, who is running our camera for us, she's getting text messages. We want to thank you for all the love that we're getting out there, guys. So we truly appreciate it. We got Xander Kimball from the shotgun set, looking right, then looking left. We got a couple flags out there. Throws kind of a wild goose on that one, Jeremy. That wasn't even a duck. That was a goose. But out of play for Kimball. One Raptor on it. We'll see what these flags are all about.
Well, I don't think there's any guessing what this play is going to be called. 23, Brody Hood. I don't think he really meant to hug the defender, but got his arms around the outside of the defender. You're going to get called for holding every time.
Maybe they're getting a little emotional out there. I don't know. Hugs all around, huh?
Well,
all right, so that'll back up the Lions then.
Yep, that's going to be a 10-yard penalty against them. And we'll try to get a few more scores here for you. I do not have an update yet on the Mora 2 Harbors game, but Pequot Lakes is leading Proctor 41-0 in the first quarter. This is 3A football. We got St. Croix Lutheran 42-12 over Brooklyn Center. Malacca's losing to Rockford 21-0. And St. Agnes over Concordia Academy 14-7. Morris area over Sauk Center 25-0 in the second quarter. Piers with a 14-7 lead over Minnewaska at halftime. So lots of action going around, trying to keep the local scores coming out the best we can. Here's another one. Annandale 34-6 over Foley in the second.
And we got Xander Kimball with a high snap from the shotgun. Finds his down man. That is Smith running off to the right side. Makes a cut back off to the left. There's a flag thrown. Brody Smith off to the left. Now running right up the seam. And touchdown. We do have a yellow flag right in the middle field, right around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, what a beautiful screen that was set up right there. And that flag, honestly, if the game's really close, that's not going to be called. That flag's thrown because it was a very close play, and they're going to throw that when you have a 52-0 lead. They called it on Mason Forcell, our offensive lineman, and he put just enough hands on him to get the referee to say, yep, nope, sorry, buddy, can't do that.
Yep, so that one coming back for the Lions. We're going to have, oh, boy, this is going to be our deepest deficit for our play here. We're going to be, are we 15 yards, Jared?
About second and 18.
Second and 18, yeah. So quite a long way to go. If you're Halverson, you look to the sky here, or do you just say, hey, we're gonna just keep fighting along. We got plenty of running back power. We're going to try to push right through.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to finish the first half by not closing the playbook. They're trying to keep to their game plan to finish. It's really tough to do when you have this big of a lead, but you're trying to keep your kids focused so they don't make mental mistakes.
Kimball from shotgun. Good snap. Shoots off to the left to Feldy. Feldy turns on the Jets. Jets up the left side all the way to the 25-yard line there. 15-yard line. 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be another first down for Ogilvie, and it's just a little flare pass to Feldy on the left side. They had a linebacker out there to make the play, but Feldy just made one little fake to the outside, juked back to the inside, and then cut right back to the outside again, broke 2 tackles, and got the first down.
That's going to put us in the Rush City Auto red zone. Rush City Auto and Standard Oil. Go to rushcityauto.com. Go and check out the inventory of 2 lots and vehicles. Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch. And, of course, Rush City Auto. Kimball with a high snap, pitches it off to Brody Hood on the left side, off the right side, cuts back to the left, and then kind of a somersault to move the chains, it looks like.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was a really nice looking run by Hood. Again, good vision on the cutback. I love seeing that as a former running back myself, seeing that cutback move, and he just kind of powered forward. He's going to be 1 yard short of the first down, but what a great effort by Hood.
I kept thinking I had his name wrong, but we got so many Brodies on the team.
Yeah, if we just say Brody and just keep it to the first names, we're usually okay.
Yeah, trying to give you a little bit more than first names here. But here we go. We got Kimball with the high snap. Ryan Milsago on the carry. Lumbers forward, and looks like we got another flag, I'm going to guess, holding on the Lions.
That was a false start. They threw it and they whistled it dead. So he had a false start on one of the offensive linemen. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. So now it's going to bring up 2nd and 7 instead of 2nd and 2.
Yeah, Milsago had a pretty nice push on that. Did we quite have the first down from your vantage point that you could tell, Jeremy, if that's
no, we would have been short. They did a really nice job. The Raptors did of penetrating on that one. They're not big number 71. He stayed real low, and we weren't moving him. He was holding his own.
Yeah, that's Dane Hino. He's a senior this year. They got him listed at 6'3", 265. And you're right. And by big, like, he is towering over his peers. And yeah, he's a lot to push around at 265 there.
Well, and he looks bigger than that. You know, sometimes you have that look of you're not as big as you look. This is the opposite.
Yeah. Kimball under center this time with split backs. Gives to Mills. Was that Brody Hood with Milsago with the lead there? Yep.
Yep. Brody was following Ryan through there, and we got a short gain. We're still going to be about 3rd and 3, I believe. And but it's fun to see some of these other guys getting the ball in their hands, and I'm sure Brody's pretty excited because he's been out of football for quite a while now.
Yeah, well, both of them. You have both Brody and Ryan Milsago out of football, and so coming back and just getting these reps in. So we got Brody Hood and looks like Brody Smith in the background in the back. You got shotgun. That's a keeper for Xander Kimball. He says, I want to get in there too. And not quite. We got another flag thrown here, Jeremy. Right at the end of the play. I didn't see anything there. We're going to wait for the cue from the referee crew. And that looks like it's on the Lions again, based upon where he is facing. Did they pick that up?
What they're doing is they're telling the chain gang to stay, don't move, and now they are going to call the penalty against the Raptors. They had a defensive holding. You don't see that very often, but it does get called once in a while. Usually if it gets called, it's pretty obvious that a defensive player is holding an offensive player. So that's going to be a first down now for the Lions, probably at about the 5-yard line.
Now, Jeremy, we've seen on this drive especially lots of flags coming out. At some point, I mean, at what point do the refs just say, hey, just let the boys play and let's let it go?
Well, you know, it was a pretty clean game. to start with. But I think what happens, Jeff, actually, is that you get to this point of the game, and with a lopsided game, you start to see a lot more mistakes, some mental breakdowns, and you get more penalties when that happens.
Sure. Well, we got about 1:34 clicking down here. 52-0 is our scoreboard, and that's brought to you by Embrace Orthodontics. They will do all insurance heavy lifting for you, and if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. That's embracemn.com.
On that play, Brody Smith gets the ball on the right side, powers his way in from 2 yards out to give the Lions another touchdown. That is Brody Smith's second touchdown of the game. And that brings the Lions to a 58-0 lead, and they will be lining up for a 2-point conversion here once again.
All right, looks like we have Brody Hood in there. And we also have Brody Smith in the backfield. We got Xander once again rolling off to his right. Finds number 9, Adam Shodin, in the back right part of the goal. Oh, that's Brody Magard. Sorry, number 9, Brody Magard. My apologies on that one.
All right, and we were just given an update on the Two Harbors Mora game, and it is 20-0 Two Harbors right now over in Mora.
Once again, we do have, if you can hear in the background, I'm sure it's a little hard to hear on the audio here, but we do have Murray Manning and the Ogilvie High School pep band playing for us this evening on our parents' night.
Yeah, and they sound really good tonight. It's fun to hear them out there, and I talked to a couple of the kids earlier today too, and they were pretty excited to get out. And then we had the big rainstorm coming in, and then they were like, "Yeah, I'm not so sure." But then the sun came back out, and now they get to play again.
All right, we got Max Hines on the kickoff, and we have number 10 for the Raptors, about 10-yard gain on that return.
Returned by number 10.
That would be Caden Manning.
The Raptors tackled by number 22, Dom Kelly of Eli.
So the Raptors will be able to start at about their 37, 38-yard line. Kind of looking forward to the half. They got about 1:11. Jeremy, as you're kind of ending, as you're kind of ending the half here, what do you tell your players as a coach as you're going out? Are we going to run out the clock here? Or are we going to try to push the envelope and try to put one in the end zone here?
Yeah, no, I don't think you run out the clock, but I think what you do is you got to make sure you don't give the ball right back to Ogilvie and give them time to score again. So
high snap to Johnson. Johnson gives over to number 10. That's Manning, and off to his left side. Looks like he loses a yard or two on that rush.
Yeah, and that keeps the clock rolling. If you throw the ball in this situation when you have that far to go and things aren't going your way, then you have a chance to give Ogilvie the football back. So I agree with what the coaches are doing here and running the football. A couple other local scores: Deer River over East Central 40-0 in the second quarter. Mesabi East 22-6 over Hinckley Finlayson.
And we got Johnson here with a high snap, and that's going all the way back. And Johnson smartly just dives on it. Number 43 for the Lions, Landon Halffeld, a little upset. He said, "Oh, you just leave that on the ground, and I'm going to pick that up and run." Oh, he was excited for that one. The senior from Ogilvie, very excited, but able to just down the quarterback. About a 20-yard loss on that play.
Yep, and that's going to end the half. They do not need to run another play here, so they're just going to wait and let the clock run out. Another local score, we got 25-6 Barnum over Bram with under 1 minute left in the second quarter. So trying to give you some updates here of some of our local games, and we'll be keeping you updated as the second half goes on the best we can as well.
So right now we're going to go into our Hones halftime. Hones is right in Mora, has state-of-the-art facilities and 44-plus years of experience getting vehicles back on the road. Let's hear from some of our other sponsors around the region.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony. I'm Megan. And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes, we're all about hair that feels like you. At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
Dapper and Divine on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop. Right now, get $2 off your kid's haircut till the end of September. You know, back to school time at Dapper and Divine.
Soderstrom Septic in Mora is here for any of your septic issues. Don't let a clogged septic system ruin your day. Soderstrom Septic can save the day, whether it's a simple septic pump, line clearing, septic design, to septic inspection, and septic repair. Let the septic experts help you today. Call Soderstrom Septic for fast, reliable, and affordable prices. Call 320-515-1081. That's 320-515-1081. Soderstrom Septic, Mora.
Wagaman's Ogilvie Raceway is open for the season. Ogilvie Raceway, with racing action every weekend. The high-banked oval dirt track and 80-acre complex includes concessions, bar and restaurant, hospitality kiosks, and VIP suites. Come for the trackside tailgating. Stay for the racing action. Schedules, tickets, and race day info available at ogilvieraceway.com. Wagaman's Ogilvie Raceway. Don't let the action pass you by. Highway 23, Ogilvie.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza Fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Yes, and thank you for joining us here on KBEK, WCMP, Q Media as a whole. We have Ogilvie head coach Dave Halverson from the Lions football squad. Week 3 already, Coach. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. And can you believe that it's already week 3?
Yeah, it's gone really fast, and coming up Wednesday already for the game Friday, so won't be long till we have another one.
I know. So, starting off with a win against Silver Bay at home, 50-14. What did you take away from that game? We'll start with the negative and go positive on this one. So, what did you see from that game that you really wanted to improve on?
I think we gave them one long run, kind of on a broken play of theirs, and other than that, pretty good. We got everybody in the game. Was one good thing about it. All the kids have been working hard for 2 weeks. Everybody got to play in the game at some time. That was a real good part of it.
Yeah, no, that's great. Getting all those kids in there for some reps. You can't beat game experience.
That's right. And they like to get in there too after working hard.
Well, I mean, and their parents love to see them. So, and the fans love to see them. So, I'm sure it's great. So, anything other than getting everybody in there? What did you see going well, especially with it being your first game?
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air-conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. And a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle. Or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
All right, your Hones halftime is brought to you by Hones. iCar ASE certified Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora is recommended by insurance companies. Had an accident? Let Hones Auto Body and Glass, they can fix you up. So, Jeremy, taking a look at the first half, we had lots and lots of scoring by the Lions there. The ball really getting handed off and passed a little bit, but handed off to a variety of people. In the past games, we've seen Caden Feldy kind of take a lot of that work, but he wasn't the only one scoring this game.
Yeah, no, it was fun to see others step up, and obviously with the score of 60-0 at half, it speaks for itself, right? So you get more chances to give more guys the opportunity to carry the ball. Brody Smith has kind of always been that guy that's ready to step up and do what he's needed to do. And last year when Caden Feldy got hurt, Brody Smith had a couple phenomenal games. Today, again, he's also running the ball really well, catching the ball out of the backfield. Got a couple touchdowns. I really like what I'm seeing in Brody Smith today. And, again, given that chance, you always want that ball, and when you get the chance, you want to be able to do something with it, and he definitely has. They went to Johnny Hoffman once early. We haven't seen him get the ball again except for a couple two-point conversions. I believe they've thrown him the ball, but Johnny's caused a lot of havoc on defense, and I don't expect a couple of those guys really to play in the second half, and if they do, I'm guessing one series because Ogilvie's going to get the ball first. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see Reed Nyquist in at quarterback here to start the second half right away, just to get him some experience and make sure that you're keeping your senior quarterback healthy here for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and both sides kind of going out there, and everybody kind of the attrition on both of them. I didn't see any major injuries on either side. Nobody limping off. We had couple of flags thrown at the end there, but nothing that's gonna dramatically change this game. So what does each team have to do in the second half? I think with Ogilvie just kind of stay the course, get some new guys in there, and for the Raptors, try to find some success off those younger kids out there, huh?
Yeah, Jeff. I've been watching the Raptors at halftime, and they are a tight-knit group. You can just tell they are really close. They're down on their knees. They're attentively listening to their coach. Their coach is talking with some passion, and you can just tell that there is a lot of character in that program. So it's good to see. You want kids to be able to do the right things. You want kids to make good decisions, and you want them to help win football games. And by going through tough times and keeping your heads up, it's encouraging for me to see what I'm seeing right now, watching their huddle.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're right on how tight that huddle is over there. You look at the Ogilvie; they're kind of staying loose and everything like that. And the coaches for the Raptors, I mean, I mentioned before that they were kind of in that shotgun formation the whole game, and just really working on trying to tighten up their game and find a set that works for them, and seems to be. I would imagine coming into the second half, they're going to stay in that shotgun formation and really just keep driving the ball as best they can over there.
Well, I think so, because when you're trying to build a program, if you try to do a whole bunch of different things, you might get okay at a whole bunch of different things. But the reality is you want to get really good at a couple plays and then build on that. And I think we're seeing that from them. And when they don't show that consistency and they're putting the ball on the ground and turning it over and just giving the Lions many chances, you don't change it up. You try to continue to build and execute and become better.
Yeah, and to your point, the ball was kind of hitting the ground a little bit like hail. This halftime show is brought to you by Hones Auto. If you have hail damage, get your vehicle over to Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. In fact, many insurance companies recommend Hones. They'll get you fixed up. Jeremy, we're going to hear from a couple more of our sponsors, give our voices another little break, and we will be back for the halftime kickoff right after these messages.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Wagaman's Ogilvie Raceway is open for the season. Ogilvie Raceway, with racing action every weekend. The high-banked oval dirt track and 80-acre complex includes concessions, bar and restaurant, hospitality kiosks, and VIP suites. Come for the trackside tailgating. Stay for the racing action. Schedules, tickets, and race day info available at ogilvieraceway.com. Wagaman's Ogilvie Raceway. Don't let the action pass you by. Highway 23, Ogilvie.
Soderstrom Septic in Mora is here for any of your septic issues. Don't let a clogged septic system ruin your day. Soderstrom Septic can save the day, whether it's a simple septic pump, line clearing, septic design to septic inspection, and septic repair. Let the septic experts help you today. Call Soderstrom Septic for fast, reliable, and affordable prices. Call 320-515-1081. That's 320-515-1081. Soderstrom Septic, Mora.
Hi, Rob. Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
And we're back here at Gene Stratesky Field. Just kind of looking at the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds of halftime. This halftime was brought to you by Hones Auto in Mora. If you got any kind of damage, Hones right in Mora has state-of-art facilities and 44-plus years of experience of getting vehicles back on the road. Here's the pitch. Training facilities, batting cages, and even live instruction. Get your team trained at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Soon coming up, we are going to see a kickoff, and all of our kickoffs are sponsored by Kettle River Pizza. Delicious, locally made Kettle River Pizza, from classic favorites like pepperoni, cheese, or pepperoni and sausage to exciting hot Hawaiian, taco, or breakfast. There's a slice for every taste. Grab some on the way home from the game. Look for Kettle River Pizza at the local retailer near you. And our Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard has Ogilvie Lions up 60-0. Embrace Orthodontics. They will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. EmbraceMN.com. Well, Jeremy, we got about 1:30 left of this halftime, and then we are going to see Ogilvie, or should be the Raptors kicking off. Ogilvie deferred in the first, and I would imagine that they're going to receive in the second.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. I really doubt, even with the lead, that Ogilvie is going to choose to kick the second half. But you never know. Right now, they're staying loose out there, getting ready to go, and we're going to have our second half here coming up real shortly, and we'll see what players are put on the field.
That's right. With that, we're going to go to a quick video
The Classic Edge HDX from Central Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you. This furnace can heat anything, your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one Classic Edge HDX. The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heat.
So we're going to just go to one of our other sponsors on this broadcast.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle and Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
And we are back live here at Gene Stratesky Field. Raptors are going to kick off to the Lions.
Back deep for the Lions, we got number 22, Dom Kelly. And
is that Mason Jones? Nope, that's 22. Off to the left side, 22 is Dominic Kelly. Yes.
Yep, good to see him getting the ball there and get a decent return, right. Well, real good return up to the 46-yard line there.
Yeah, so looks like a couple of the guys. Yeah, Jeremy, we have a whole different team on the field here. So bear with us as we try to get everybody's name right here.
Yeah, it's good to see some other guys in, and sure enough, just as I was expecting to happen, Reed Nyquist is in at quarterback for the Lions.
Yep, so we got Nyquist, and we're going under center here with the split back set. Nyquist. Hands off to Brody Hood. Brody Hood off to the right side, cuts back to the left, and big number 56 for the Raptors takes him down after a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, we got a couple new linemen in there, and they made some nice blocks. That right side, Talon Anderson, and is that Bitts over there? Yeah, Tony Bitts. They made a nice hole and gave him a great opportunity to get a couple yards.
Correction, it was Jordan Hermanson, number 58 on the tackle on that one.
We've got Austin Hergis in the game at the left tackle. And see, looks like we got Shadeen here on a split end.
So we got Nyquist under center again. Fake to Milslagle, and to Brody Hood it goes. And about to the line of scrimmage is all they're going to give him on the forward progress there.
Yeah, maybe a yard, but number 1 for the Raptors, I got to look at
that's Ashton Sheeta.
Wow, what a great play. He came up really hard from his linebacker position and made a great play there.
So Nyquist got the play from assistant coach Adam Halverson. Sends the guys out. Looks like we're, for the first time, going to be in shotgun set here with split backs. You have Adam Shodine out on the left side at wide receiver. And Dom Kelly was the wing back. The play goes to Hood.
That's a quarterback keeper.
That was a quarterback keeper. All right,
yeah,
you got me.
So they had 2 lead blockers, and boy, great job of sealing that right side. And Nyquist just took his time following his blocks, gets about 12 yards for a first down.
Well, Jeremy, we could be a little bit more excited. That was an Ogilvie Lions.
First down.
First down.
Your job is to be excited. My job is to state the facts.
And the facts for that is that we had a first down. With him going out of bounds there, the clock stopped at 10:19 here. You got Nyquist under center, split back set. Handoff goes to Ryan Milslagle on big thrasher number 31 with a 5-yard gain all the way down to the 35-yard line of the Raptors.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where sometimes you're like, that's just not fair, because he was hit at the line of scrimmage and drug guys for 5 yards.
Yeah, you know, he's what they list him at, 265, and he's running downhill. He's not doing a whole lot of side to side on that. He's just going to put his helmet down and kind of hit you square in the chest and see if you can wrap him up. We got Nyquist in the shotgun set with Milslagle to his right, and then Brody Hood behind him there. Looking to pass is Nyquist on his left side. That is Adam Shodine on the sideline, and it's just batted away. Great defense by the Raptors right at the end there, just knocking that ball out of Adam Shodine's hand. His feet looked like they were in bounds there if he would have been able to hang on, but 23 on the play there. That's Hartley Pearson, their halfback, really making a great play as cornerback on that one.
Yeah, you know, he was open for a little bit, and then the defender made a great hustle speed reaction, and at the last second knocked the ball out of Shadine's hands.
Yeah, kind of chopped it right out of there, going high to low on that. Nyquist from the shotgun position again. Takes a snap, a little off to his left as a QB keeper, off to his right. Nyquist with a 7-yard gain on the right side. That's Ogilvie Lions. First down over there.
Yeah, it's fun to see the younger quarterback getting his opportunity here, and he's doing a nice job so far. Even that deep ball he threw down the left sidelines, that couldn't have been thrown too much better, and good to see him start off well here.
Yeah, we're seeing a couple guys coming in and out, and Nyquist once again with the play in mind here from assistant coach Adam Halverson. Once again, we're going shotgun. Same kind of look as the last couple plays here, Jeremy.
Yep, I think they're going to keep it pretty similar here.
Ooh, that was a tight snap. All the way to his face. Off to the left, Adam Shodin. Adam Shodin hangs on to it. Touchdown, Adam Shodin! That was a beautifully thrown ball. Kind of the same play that they had, but he got that timing a little bit better than Nyquist did.
Yeah, so this time Shodin didn't line up quite so wide on the field. He was a little bit farther away from the sidelines. It gave him a little bit more opportunity to create some separation, and he went up and got the ball. Again, pretty darn good coverage by number 23 for the Raptors, but Shodin was too much on that play.
That's right. So we got Nyquist under, and Nyquist kind of fakes to the left, goes to the right, throws it down, and touchdown. So we have the 2-point conversion by number 22. Is that Dom Kelly on that?
Yes, it is. And again, I feel like Reed Nyquist is just feeling really confident right now. That deep ball was a beautifully thrown ball, gave his receiver a chance to go get it. The 2-point conversion was a bootleg, fake to the left side, bootleg it back to the right. Had two receivers that were one in the front, one in the back of the end zone, and then number 22, Dom Kelly, actually drug across the field from the opposite side. The first two guys were covered, but nobody was on Dom Kelly there for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, Nyquist put that in a spot that only Dom Kelly was going to go. Dom Kelly had to go down to the ground to go get it, put his hands underneath the ball, and that 2-point conversion was good, and that is that on that. So with our Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, the first series for the Lions results in 8 points. Embrace Orthodontics. Visit embracemn.com. Max Hines again on the kickoff here. Another good kick all the way down to the 25-yard line. Number 10, that's Pearson off to the right side with a good return for the Raptors all the way up to the 46 right in front of us here, Jeremy.
Yeah, you know, he made one guy miss, and when you're on special teams returning kicks or punts, often it only takes you to have that first guy miss, and then you have some green grass there, and that's what happened. Young freshman Tripp Lundberg comes up and makes a tackle on the sidelines, but the Raptors are going to start from their own 46-yard line, real good field position here.
A couple more people new coming in. I see Owen Burkaker, number 1. He almost got a snap the first game that we did there, Jeremy, but the play clock had run out on him. Talked to him earlier this week. He says, hey, I'm going to give it my best, Schaefer, if I can get in. Big number 50 for the Raptors. Great handoff. And he's kind of like that Milslagle for their team. He's a big guy. They got him listed. Tristan Berg is his name. He's a sophomore. 5'11", 286. And so that's a big guy coming on a bit of our smaller team over there, Jeremy.
Yeah, you know, I think that's one of those situations where the coach is like, you know what, you want to give the ball to a big guy, we can give the ball to a big guy too. And they direct snapped it right to him, and he got an 8-yard gain.
Well, that was a very positive play there. So we got Johnson under center again, and a missed snap, and that is picked up by number 20 from the Lions. That is Luke Cook on the recovery. That was a quick turnaround of events.
Well, you know, it's unfortunate for the Raptors because they were actually moving the ball again. They had some positive things that were going on. But that's been the story of the game. They start to move the ball just a little bit, and then they make a big mistake, and the Lions get the ball back. And we'll see if their defense can step up a little bit here. We should see some minor adjustments here, but I think they're going to stick to what they do best and try to get better at that.
Looks like we got a slight delay. Not sure. Is this just, hey, we're not used to doing this all the time and we're not sure exactly what's going on right now?
Well, you know, you got to get 11 guys on the field, first of all, and you got to put them all in the right spot. So
they can't get 11 on the field there, Jeremy. It's got to be 9.
Well, that's what I'm used to. I did not play 9-man. So
Nyquist under center, and he pitches it off to Dom Kelly. Dom Kelly coming all the way around the right side, and a big pickup of 8 yards on first down there.
Yeah, that was a nice-looking play, but it could have been disastrous. They were fortunate that that ball did not end up on the ground because there was a defensive player right in the way, but that defensive player did not know where the ball was, or it could have been trouble for the Lions.
Jeremy, I believe he stepped out of bounds, or are you seeing yellow over on that far sideline? Was there a flag? Yes, there was a flag thrown.
Yep, I did not see a flag thrown, but obviously there is. Must have been a hold because they called it a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, it was the sideline official over there, kind of put it right by his foot, very, very, very discreetly in front of the hometown fans here. So,
well, you know, these young guys are getting a chance, and hopefully they can execute the plays that Coach Halverson's calling and get better, so they're ready to go for their next game.
Yeah, Brody Hood in the backfield along with Ryan Milslagle. Nyquist from shotgun here. Nyquist with the keeper off to the left side. He's got Brody Hood as the lead blocker, and he's fighting. He makes it back to the original line of scrimmage. Not quite, about a foot short from the original line of scrimmage. About the 48 of the Raptors. We're going to have 3rd and about 11 here.
Yeah, you know, they've been doing that quarterback keeper out of the shotgun where he's got 2 lead blockers from the backfield, and it's worked really well so far. That particular time, we had a slipped block, and a defender came up and made the hit on him. He drug him another couple yards, but, yeah, that one got fished out a little bit better than the last couple times they've done that.
Yeah, and a little bit before my time, but Reed Nyquist has an older brother, Caden Nyquist, and he was quite the runner as well.
Yeah, you know, he got to play a little fullback because of injuries, and he's a tough kid that was in the weight room a lot. So,
high snap for Nyquist, gets it to the big man, Tony Bitts, number 44. Bitts gets to the original line of scrimmage, about a 2-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, you know, it was one of those plays where it's like, oh, he's open, and then he gets on the ball, and the defender got there real quick. Tony's a good kid, works hard, and it was fun to see him catch the ball there.
Yeah, Tony also on the baseball team, and he is the only player that plays the field but does not bat. He's not as fleet of foot, as they would say.
But I tell you what, he sure helped the team over at first base.
Yes, he did.
Some great picks over there in the playoffs.
Yeah, and you got to see a lot of those playoff games over there traveling with the team. And what a great year they had last year. A good group of seniors coming out. And here we got Brody Hood on a big run off to the left side and finally getting wrestled down. And he didn't even go down, Jeremy. Did you see that? They waited for the whistle, but Brody said, I am not going down. I'm staying up.
Well, that's the kind of attitude that you want from a guy that's got the ball in his hands. You just want him to keep going. And that was a play they often run with Caden Feldy with the counter tray play there. And usually it's a Carter Magard leading up the field, but this time it was Dirk Stewart leading up the field on that counter tray and gave Brody Hood a real good opportunity to gain some yards.
Yeah, I'm not sure. My opinion is that the officials kind of called that play a little early. He was still up on his feet and still kind of moving them a little bit. Yeah, he started going backwards, but still going, and he never went down on that. So we got Nyquist under center, and looks like that end-around sweep again, or that wingback sweep to Dom Kelly. Dom losing his feet kind of in the center of the field. That part of the field looks pretty beat up and muddy already with those earlier storms that we had here. A little bit of that water kind of retaining in the center of the field, and Dom Kelly on that end-around trying to turn the corner tight and lost his feet for a loss of about 3 or 4 yards on that.
Yeah, number 44 for the Raptors. That is Cash Johnson, who got in there real quick to break that play up.
We got Nyquist once again from the shotgun formation. We got wing to the right, high snap. That is a quarterback keeper. Nyquist off to the right side and out of bounds. It looks to be about the 30-yard line. I saw the pylon get flown over there.
Yeah, again, that was a high snap. Very good play by Nyquist to be able to secure that ball. And it just spun around 360 to the outside and took off down the sidelines. Looked like he got more yards than what he did. He must have stepped out of bounds a lot earlier than what we could see on this side. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 here for the Lions.
Yeah, and this is where we got to see what kind of adversity we can have with these young Lions. Are we going to be able to do what our counterparts, those juniors and seniors, can do? Can we pound this ball another 7 yards and move those chains once again? So we got Nyquist from that shotgun set. Toss goes to Brody Hood. Brody Hood off to the left side and tackled by number 1. That is Ashton Shada once again on that tackle. Shada beat him to the spot.
Yeah, he did. We got a couple other new guys in there. We want to point out number 8, Dean Brash was in on that play. But yeah, very good defensive play for the Raptors, coming up really hard. It looked like Brody was going to get the yardage on the outside, but boy, that gap closed real fast.
Yeah, that was a great pursuit angle by the Raptors on that one, and to really close that gap. We have scoreboard says 4th and 7 here on the short field. So Ogilvie going to elect to go for it and with those 8 yards. Nyquist, once again, we got a little motion from Dom Kelly, and he stepped forward, which means that's going to be an illegal motion on Dom Kelly. I think he probably thought that the ball was going to be snapped, and he made that trek upfield just a little soon.
Well, and you kind of wonder if it was a delayed cadence on the quarterback, because Hood in the backfield also went early. So 2 of the Lions athletes in the backfield went early. So I'm wondering if possibly that was kind of a delayed, not quite the normal routine they're used to Nyquist hearing. But you never know. Sometimes it's just mental errors.
Yeah, could have been snap count was just not what we thought it was. Looks like in the game, number 12, that is Mason Jones. On the right side, looks like we got 2 wide receivers. We have a wing back, and we have split back set here. Looks like an offsides on the defense. That's big number 50 from the Raptors. A little bit of a mental error there as he goes on that hard count of Reed Nyquist. That's Tristan Berg on the jump there, the sophomore from the Raptors.
Yeah, it was one of those things where even the coaches on the Raptors sidelines are yelling, don't jump, and Nyquist went on 2 this time, and 2 guys actually jumped off sides.
Yeah, I mean, Reed had a really nice hard count on that. You could hear that first one even from our vantage point up here in the booth. It looks like they're coming with the same setup as what they had on the offsides. Nyquist from the shotgun, looking off to the right, gets hit as he throws. Trying to come back to the ball was Shodin, but lost his footing a little bit, and that's going to be a turnover on downs by the Lions.
Yeah, big number 44. That's Cash Johnson, the senior from the Raptors. Boy, he put a big hit on Nyquist right there, right as he was throwing the ball, and the ball kind of was flipping head over heels, and that was not going to be a successful play when you let a big kid like that in on your quarterback.
Right. Looking like we have a couple extra people. I think number 10, that would be Cameron Nell, playing lineman, playing defensive end there for the Lions. We got Johnson with a little bit different look. Oh, that's not Johnson. That's number 4 for the Raptors. Throwing to Johnson. Broke up by Owen Burkaker, number 1. So on the snap was number 44. That was Cash Johnson, the senior running quarterback.
Yeah, and it was a pretty darn good throw over here to the right side of the field. And Owen Burkaker was kind of step for step with the receiver. Didn't see the ball, but stuck his hand out and knocked it down at the last second.
Yeah, good play there by the freshman Burkaker. His brother graduated last year, 3-sport athlete. Owen himself is also a 3-sport athlete. Oh, we got a high snap for number 4. That is Bryce Bartzek, and all he can do is just get on top of that high snap. That's going to be a loss of about 15 yards back there. So we're going to be coming up at third down and 25.
Yeah, yep, and we got a couple more guys in for the Lions. Number 4, that's Gibson Piaski. Number 52, Ryder Matthews is in the game. Number 27, Hunter Limer. So seeing a lot of new names out there, which is great.
Yep, our kicker got in the game there, Max Hines, 0 over on the right side. So that's the first time he's been in on a defensive series as well. And we're still running with the number 4. That's Bryce Barczyk at quarterback here. Barczyk with a high snap again, rolling off to his right. Finds his halfback there, number 1, Anton Sheeta, once again with a gain of maybe 5 on the play.
Yeah, number 12, Mason Jones, did a really good job of getting out there and making sure that play was only a short gain. Made a nice tackle on the sidelines there for the Lions.
Yeah, Barczyk actually did a check down because he had a guy deep and chose, hey, I need to check this ball down and get a couple of yards on it, which showed a little bit of maturity by the senior there.
Yeah, I'll give him some credit for that, but I also want to put a lot of credit to the Ogilvie defensive line because he might have been forced to check down with all that pressure.
For sure, and that is a very high snap to Ashton Sheeta. Sheeta can only knock it out the back of the end zone. That's going to be a safety for the Lions. That's the first safety we've seen so far.
Well, the Raptors had 4 bad snaps on that series, Jeff, and it just makes it really, really difficult to execute and gain positive yards when the snaps aren't getting to the quarterback like they're supposed to, and that one literally went over his head. And I felt like he made a great play to knock the ball out of the back.
Yeah,
of the
instead of giving up the 6, you give up the 2 and just call it good.
Yeah, but unfortunately for them now, they're going to be kicking from their own 20.
The officials just called for the clock operator to run it to 2:20, so we're getting a rundown to 2:20 on the play clock. Not sure exactly what that is, Jeremy.
Well, I think they stopped the clock too quick on that one.
Sure.
And when they looked up, it was stopped and they wanted it running.
Sure. And when we come into the fourth quarter, we're going to have running time. And if you're out there and you're a high schooler in 9th through 12th grade and you attend Ogilvie High School, you might as well come on out to the Ogilvie Raceway. Jeremy, because after the fourth quarter, we got fifth quarter.
Absolutely. Fifth quarter tonight at the Ogilvie Raceway for 9th through 12th graders. We're going to have some good food from Malacca Meats. Really excited to be able to partner with them today. We're going to have a nice big bonfire, some bingo, some cornhole. So we're really excited to get the kids together. We'll keep them there till about midnight, and then we're going to kick them out because we're going to be too tired.
That's about right. Yeah, our day starts. Jeremy and I, we are not full-time announcers. Believe it or not, we both have full-time day jobs as Ogilvie High School teachers.
Well, in all honesty, I think everybody listening is hoping we have full-time jobs other than this.
Yeah, that's right. So, but we do enjoy it. We want to thank some of our major benefactors. We have Ogilvie Raceway. We also have
Soderstrom Septic.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, and one of the benefits is when you got good supporters like that, like the Raceway, for example. Not only do they support us tonight financially, but they also open their doors and let us bring the kids in after the game as well.
That's right. Looks like number 24 for the Lions has it going up the middle and up, man.
Trip Lumberg.
That was Trip Lumberg. And he was in the weight room today. He said, Schaefer, I'm going to do something. And he is not going down without a fight.
Boy, I tell you what.
Holy Trip.
Trip was on a mission on that one. He returned that ball, and he probably broke 6 tackles, and he had 3 different cutbacks. And, boy, that's fun to see from a freshman right there.
That is totally fun to see. Yeah, Trip is in my advanced training class, and we had an easy day today. We walked 1.5 miles on the brand-new track that got redid last year. And he said, Schaefer, if I get my chance, I'm going to do something with that ball. And he did something with that ball on that one. Wow, that was a great run.
Well, I kind of expected him to be in right now. My guess is once the fourth quarter starts, he'll be in the backfield as well. Right now they're allowing senior Millsagle to stay in the backfield, probably to get him some more experience because he missed all of last season.
Yeah, they got Millsagle and Hood in the backfield right now. You got Nyquist with the hands. Nyquist with the keeper off to the left side. Hood pushes Hood in front of him, says, hey, get a block for me. Hood takes two guys out of his way, and Nyquist gets all the way down to the 9-yard line for, it's going to be third and 1, it looks like.
Yeah, Nyquist did a great job on that fake and then pulled it out from the running back's hands and followed him. And I think at the end there, if he would have just lowered his shoulder and kept his feet moving, he would have had a first down. But tried one more time to make one more cut to see if he could make a man miss, and it didn't work.
Yeah, the scoreboard says 2nd and 3 to go. I believe it's 2nd and 1 to go, based upon where the sticks are over there. So we got Nyquist with Milslagle and Hood in the backfield. Nyquist from the shotgun. Fakes to Milslagle. Keeper to the right side. He has one man. And the Raptor makes a nice open field tackle out there at number 18. That's a new number.
48, I believe it was.
48?
48.
Okay, that was not Spencer Daniels. That was number 48, Matthias Tuttle over there. That was a good open field tackle.
Well, we're in the same exact boat. We did not get any gained yards on that, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. But valiant effort, though, by Nyquist.
For sure it was. So we got Nyquist under center this time. Nyquist under center. And we got a QB sneak. The Lions getting the push, and that's going to be an Ogilvie Lions first down. We got 32 seconds left, cutting down on the scoreboard, and there is a timeout. Time stop for some reason. There should not have been a time stop.
Well, it was the first down. They let the marker get set, and then they started again. But, yeah, that was a great surge by the offensive line. Nyquist came right up under center, grabbed that ball on the snap, and just snuck right behind. That was a 6-yard gain on a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, not a bad quarterback sneak. You got Nyquist from the shotgun position again. Nyquist looking off. Brody Hood with a beautiful, beautiful block there to give Nyquist a little bit more time. Nyquist with an intended pass for Adam Shadeen. Not quite there. Adam maybe would have been in the end zone on that one. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, the play did not look good from the very beginning. It just looked like they didn't have much of a chance, and something was going to have to happen just out of a norm because the play broke down real early.
Yeah, Hood kind of kept it alive a little bit. They had a Raptor way deep in there, and Hood was able to kind of thwart him off a little bit there and allow Nyquist to get around to the right side to no avail, though. Nyquist going to go under center with split back set here. 3.8 seconds left in the third quarter. Nyquist, fake to Milslagle, fake to Hood, rolling off to the right, and finally Nyquist is brought down. Loss of 1 or 2 maybe on that.
And he was hit hard at the end. That was a really good finish by the Raptors. Nyquist runs hard, but he's hurting after that play. That was definitely some good physical football by the Raptors. And, we talked about what are they going to do in the second half? How are they going to keep battling and keep fighting? And I'm impressed. Even though Ogilvie's got a lot of backup players in. The Raptors have continued to battle.
Yeah, and they've battled real good, and we're going to battle for some of our sponsors here by letting them have a little airtime too as well. So in the fourth quarter, when we have running time, Jeremy and I are going to take a couple lapses, and we're going to let some of our sponsors' advertisements play. We will still be showing the broadcast, but while we're in running time here, Jeremy and I are going to take a little time to rest our voices and rest our bodies, and as we are doing that, we're going to let a couple of our sponsors go. You will still be able to see for those of you on YouTube, but we're going to give some of our sponsors a couple extra reps here, just like the Raptors are going to get here in the fourth quarter.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ascove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony. I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you.
At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
Dapper and Divine on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop. Right now, get $2 off your kid's haircut till the end of September. You know, back to school time at Dapper and Divine.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Can't wait. That was Adam Shodin on the reception there. Adam Shodin with his first touchdown of the game. And now the two-point conversion for the Lions. You got Nyquist and from the shotgun. Fakes Millslagle, then pitches over to Hood. Hood off to the left side. It is no good on the two-point conversion here in the fourth quarter. We're counting down. Time is paused in between touchdown here, so we are not on running time right now.
Yeah, Tripp Lundberg was the back on that one and made a really good effort again, but just short on that one. And yes, so
that was Tripp Lundberg, not Brody Hood. Thank you, Jeremy. You got it.
You know, you think at this point you could just keep running the clock, but they will for most everything else.
Is it under 8 minutes? Or I thought it was the whole quarter.
It's the touchdowns. So
Okay.
If they go out of bounds or if they get first downs, the clock's going to continue to run.
There we go. So we got 76-0 on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics. Leave with a smile. You will embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. Max Hines on the kicking duty. He's on the kicking duty because Carter Maygard, senior captain, is out right now with an injury. And so you have a freshman stepping in for a senior. Max with a great kick on that. Number one, Ashton Sheeta on the return. Return of about 15 on that. Off to the left side for Sheeta for the Raptors.
Yeah, and we got some more young guys here coming in again, and we'll be getting you their names and numbers the best we can. But here we go. 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We'll see what these young guys can do here with a running clock in the fourth quarter.
Yep, looking out there, I see a lot of freshmen and sophomore numbers. Number 65, we got Jackson Canings. We got number 20, that is Luke Cook. 44 is big man Tony Bitts. 24 is Tripp Lundberg. Their big number 50 off to the right side, lumbering his way for a 2-yard gain. That was Tristan Berg, the sophomore over there.
Yeah, you know, we have some pretty small defensive players in there right now, and 260-some pound running back. But I tell you what, a lot of those little small players for Ogilvie are wrestlers, and they know how to bring somebody down.
That's right, and I think Ogilvie says, I don't think so. We're going to throw in number 8, Dean Brash, and we're going to throw in number 27, Hunter Leamer. We got 280 and 210 coming in at you. You want to throw that big guy going, we'll match you. 50 with a little bit of a bobble on that is Tristan Berg. Couldn't quite get the handles on that. That was a direct snap, Jeremy?
Yep, they like to direct snap when they get him the ball.
Yep, yeah, well, I suppose why delay anymore? Just get him the ball, let him go upfield. Looked like he was going a little bit east to west on that, and I think with a guy that size, I want him running north and south, and you just put a helmet on somebody.
Well, and on top of that, you're right in the middle of the field, and it's the most muddy part of the field. It's really tough to have your footing when you're trying to make a cut.
In at quarterback again is Bryce Bartzik for the Raptors. He's from a deep shotgun set here, choosing to pass off to his left cross body. That is a pick by Gibson Piaski on the pick.
Well, I tell you, on that one, the quarterback rolled to his right, wanted to come back to the far receiver on the left, running a post, and down the middle, and basically they ran the post right to Gibson Piaski because he was playing his perfect center field spot as a safety, stepped in front of the receiver, and then Trip Lundberg, playing the corner on that, actually was stride for stride with him as well. So quarterback tried to thread the needle, didn't quite work out. Ogilvie football on the Raptors' 48-yard line.
Clock still spinning over there, 8:06, 8:05 left. Looks like Cameron Nell coming in as quarterback. We saw him in our very first game 2 weeks ago. Nell wearing the number 10, junior this year. Nell under center. Split back set with the wing back. Give goes to the Trip Lundberg. Lundberg patiently waiting. Gets about a 5-yard gain on that off on the left side. He is greeted by a couple of Raptors right at the edge of play over there.
Yeah, you know, again, sometimes you look at a running back and you're like, run. Why aren't you running? Well, no, he's patiently waiting as his linemen were setting up the blocks. And if he would have gone hard, he probably would have had a 1-yard gain. But by the patience, he ended up with 5 yards out of that.
Yep, showing some discipline at the running back position there. Split back set. Nell. The give goes to 20. That is Luke Cook. Luke Cook for about a 2-3 yard gain there, 2-yard gain. Kind of right off center there, it looked like.
Yeah, I kind of ran off the right side just a little bit behind Ryder Matthews. Another big kid, and another kid who didn't get to play last year. I think he chose that on his own, but good to see him back out there this year, working hard and helping his team.
Ryder has bear paws for hands. He can palm a basketball, and he had to show me that early this year. He's a big kid, big, strong kid, and one of the nicest ones you can find, too. Nell under center again, split back set. Fake goes to Max Hines, and in the backfield is Johnson taking down Trip Lundberg. Great open field tackle, mano a mano, and Trip not a match for Johnson on that one. Couldn't get his feet going.
Well, when you got a guy in the backfield that fast, it's tough to make a good cut, a great play. Would have been headed by Lundberg to get out of that. So you got to give credit to the defense.
Yeah. So we're going to see a 4th and 6 here. They have on the scoreboard. So a 4th and 6. Nell for the first time out of the shotgun position. Looks like he's got Lundberg behind him. Nope, that is not. Nell off to the right side. A man, number 58, pulling at him, and finally moves him out of bounds. So Nell will lose about 3 yards on the play there. And that's going to be a Raptors first down now. Luke Cook was the backfield, was the one out. I am not sure if we lost connection. If we did, we apologize. We just got a warning, but now it looks like we're back here, Jeremy. We're back live. If we zoned out there, I tried to walk us through it, and I got a notification on the computer that said we don't have audio right now, and hopefully we're back. So nothing that we did here at the studio, just a little glitch in the matrix, I suppose.
Yeah, it's unfortunate sometimes, but it's also fortunate because without this technology, if you're a family member or somebody halfway across the country, you get a chance to see your family play from a long ways away. We got another new guy in there, number 33, Jeffrey Dwyer's in there for the Lions.
Looks like we got number 4 again back at quarterback. He's looking off to the right. Fades back to the left. He's pointing. A little bit of pressure by the Lions. Number 33, Jeffrey Dwyer, finds his man, number 10, streaking down the sideline. It's number 10 for the Raptors. That is Caden Manning with the Raptors' first touchdown.
Boy, I tell you what, Jeffrey had him in the backfield right there.
15, 20 yards deep
right now because he had every opportunity to make that play. And I bet he wishes he had one more try on that one.
Holy cow! Yeah, what a change of emotions there. We're 25 yards deep, Jeffrey. If he could just put him down to the ground, and then congratulations to Caden Manning for a beautiful pass downfield. Really sticking with the play as long as he can, and throws that. Was that Bryce Bartzik on the reception down there too?
Yeah, number 10 with the reception, and he was wide open on that. And when a play strings out that long, it's really tough to stay with your receivers. And our young guys, I think they came up to help when they probably should have stayed back on their receiver.
Yeah, for sure. So, Jeremy, we're going to do the game's not over yet. We got 3:43 left. However, we do have I got to find it here. Boy, oh boy. We're ready kind of for our post game a little bit. We have our Pine Insurance Agency Player of the Game. The Player of the Game is presented by Pine Insurance Agency. Our player will receive the coveted Player of the Game t-shirt for a job well done tonight. Thank you, Pine Insurance Agency, covering Minnesota and Wisconsin. Our player this game is Brody Smith. And he's going to receive that Pine Insurance Agency Player of the Game t-shirt, Pine Insurance Agency, with locations at Aiken, Ham Lake, Moose Lake, McGregor, and Pine City. Visit pineagency.us and learn how you can start saving. Brody, what a game. What a game. You should have heard it up here. I don't know if you know, there are so many Brodys on this Ogilvie Lions field.
Yeah, there's 3 of us.
Yeah, and so half the time we're tripping because we want to get your first name and your last name when we're calling back here, and we're like, we got Brody. Yeah, we know we got Brody. All right, which one is it this time? But Brody Smith, a couple of touchdowns, couple of great tackles going on. What do you have to say about your game today?
I think I played a really good game, but I couldn't do it out with the rest of my teammates, and they played super good.
Yeah.
Like Xander threw a really good game on offense.
He did.
Then the defense, they just did it really good, but sucks that we just let that one up. But.
Yeah, it was. But you got a bunch of the young guys and, these future, we'll call them Cubs. How about that? If you guys are the Lions, they're the Cubs, huh? So we got a couple of the Cubs in the game, and yeah, they give up a huge play like that. They had them kind of pinned deep there, but it is what it is. You guys are kind of making way for them, especially on games like this where you have kind of a blowout game, and you guys just say, hey, we got the first half, you guys better take over the second. And so I'm sure there's not going to be any crap in the locker room when they give up games, a score like that, like, hey, we did our job. So you're out there, you got Xander Kimball handing you off the ball, passing you the ball, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yep. You had some great blocking up front, and we had Carter Maygard out, one of your main blockers and a big defensive threat. What's it like? Who's stepping up for Carter?
We had Mason this week, and he did a really good job.
Mason Porcel?
That's a big job to fill, and we moved Johnny into D-end on defense and middle linebackers. So.
Yeah, and Jeremy and I called Johnny's name a couple times there in the first half on offense and defense, and just doing. And Johnny didn't play football last year at all. You've known him for a little while, I'm sure. He's quite the athlete.
Yep, really good.
Yeah, and so I'm sure if you see him on the defensive side of the ball in practice, you're like, oh, okay, going to have to be a little faster here on this one. Yeah.
He's a super good athlete.
Yeah, well, Brody, as we look forward, you guys have 2 games away for the next 2 weeks here, and then we come back home. What do you think Coach is going to go over in the locker room this next couple weeks, looking for these away games? Verndale next week, I think.
Yep.
So a big trip there, and then Cromwell after that. So what are you guys going to focus on? What are you guys thinking the game plan is going to have to be?
Try to just keep doing what we're doing and keep building on what we're doing wrong. And next week will be good because it's conference and stuff, so we got to keep winning.
Well, district, in fact. I talked to Mr. Besser about it, and he says that this is District 9 North-South game. It doesn't make sense to me. He explained it. He said if you just throw out a bunch of nautical directions, that's what it is. So that's what we're able to do. Well, Brody Smith, you are our Pine Insurance Agency Player of the Game. Tonight's Pine Insurance Player of the Game, each player receives a T-shirt and highlights their efforts here today. And when you need insurance, agent that always puts their best effort forward, just like Brody did tonight, to work for your home, auto, and business insurance needs, visit pinesagency.us for a quote. Congratulations, Brody Smith, on being our Pine Insurance Player of the Game.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, it was fun to watch. You know, Brody had some real big plays for us early. He had a long 60-yard touchdown, a couple other plays that were key early, and just really liked the way Brody ran the football today. So got to give Brody Smith a lot of credit for his efforts, and that's why he was player of the game today. He had 2 touchdowns and about 150 yards, and really proud of his efforts.
Yeah, and with that, it looks like we do have a timeout with 6 seconds left. The Raptors decided we're not quite done yet. We're going to go for one more here.
Well, and to their credit, I would do the same thing. You know, you're battling all the way to the end. The coaches have to keep battling too. They got a chance to get the ball at the 15-yard line here with 6 seconds left. You got to give your kids another chance to put that ball in the end zone, and I think that was a great call on their part. Yeah, it extends the game. Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything on the scoreboard, but it means a lot to your program that you have the chance and that your players, they want to go for it, and they want one more chance to get in the end zone. So I think that was a great call on their coach's part.
Yeah, and good coaching and everything is great. And if you are in need of any kind of glass or body service, you have Hones Auto Body. Has over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents to damage due to hail. They're family owned and operated, and they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora. Big city quality auto repair right here in Mora. Jeremy, it looks like the Lions are going to have the ball for the very last play here. 6 seconds. Nope.
It's the
Raptors giving their. Our scoreboard keeper isn't keeping the possession arrow in the correct spot. And the Raptors, number 23. Oh, it looks like he went down to a knee just before. Play clock operator. Not sure what we got. I thought there was 6 seconds.
There was.
They put extra.
They switched it back to 12 seconds.
All right.
I'm not sure what the deal was there, but they got a great play. And honestly, if he wouldn't have slipped, he would have scored right there. Got a second and short or a first down. They're not being very clear down there right now, so that's why it's a little harder for us to tell. So maybe the referees aren't quite as sharp either as the game gets right down.
I see a first down marker though, and it looks like a first down.
Yeah.
First and goal,
so
or
I think we're first and goal, and they're going to get. They got 6.3 seconds on the clock because the Raptors took another timeout to get another chance at the end zone.
All right, little confusion here right at the end, but I think we're getting it sorted out now. Jeremy, I want to thank you again for coming out and doing this broadcast with me. Running the camera tonight is Deanna Small. Thank you very much for your help and your consideration doing that. Jeremy, once again, we have 5th quarter coming up here at the Ogilvie Speedway. Ogilvie Speedway, a huge sponsor for some of the programs that we do here. Just great experiences with them. They've helped our school with so many different factors that we have. We also have Soderstrom Septic, a big contributor to our programs too, and the things that we're trying to do here. One of those things being this broadcast, and other things, just things that you put on for community education as well.
Yeah, well, thanks, Jeff. I mean, here's the deal. We got a lot of people involved. In fact, all three of us are going to be heading over there. We got basically our ticket takers from tonight's game that are going over to help us out. We got people working in the concession stands tonight that are coming to fifth quarter to help us out. It's just a group effort, and we're extremely grateful for everybody, all the work, the donations that go into it. It's fifth quarter is a 100% donation-based program. There's no budget that we put aside. It's all donations from the community, and we're really grateful for everybody who contributes to help us be able to do that.
Yeah, and with that, we have the Ogilvie Lions winning tonight 76-6 over the Raptors, and that's going to be a wrap on tonight. Jeremy, thank you so much for your help, and to all those listening, thank you for listening, and have a great night.